Friends are people we don't share a drop of blood with, yet they hold the closest spot in our hearts. They can either make or mar us. According to an ex-convict who was caught alongside with his friends after a robbery attack along Ijebu-Ode, keeping too many friends is bad. Anything you're doing in this life, do it on your own. What are your thoughts on this? Joining us on the show to discuss this is executive producer and cast Real Nigeria Ladies, Jennifer Myro. Welcome to the show, Jennifer. Yay. Please, let's see your hair. Just flip it. Thank you.
I haven't even seen the
it's
so long, I'm even sitting on it. That's the terrible part.
Beautiful though, beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, there's always this controversy. Keep friends, don't keep friends. Too many friends, not too many friends. This guy was caught in a robbery situation and is alleging that it is his friends that lured him into this, giving advice that don't keep too many friends or they can push you into doing something good or bad. I'll start off with you, Ify. What's your opinion, based on even your production?
Yeah.
What's your, starting off with Jennifer.
Okay. I can deal.
Yeah. What's your opinion on having friends? How does it affect your relationship? How does it build or make or mar you?
You know, thanks for that. Thank you guys for having me. I've always wanted to be on your view. Like, you have no idea. I've been so desperate. You have to see the way I was begging people, doing any, but I'm happy. I'm finally here.
It's all about being desperate.
I know, but you have to be desperate.
No, you put your mind to it.
It will always happen. Okay, I might have oversold it there, but okay. I think friendships are important, but I also think we need to understand what friendship is. I have a lot of acquaintances, people that know me, they call me, they call me every now and again, they follow me on Instagram, see what I'm wearing, So I guess, those are my acquaintances, those are people I know. Yes, in life as we go on, we can't do it by ourselves. In fact, some friends become closer to us than our family. So it just depends on what the conversation is about and who we're talking to and, what the concept is. But no, we cannot stay alone.
So you're defining the line between acquaintances and friends. So can you define who you call a friend?
A friend is someone where if I got arrested and I had one phone call, I could call them and they could come get me, even if it was 3 a.m. in the morning. That's my friend.
How many of those do you have, Jennifer?
A few. Like, I could count them like this.
Yeah. So the thing about it that I've realized is that, the Yorubas say that so any children cannot be friends for 20 years. So you find that your real friends, you can count them only on the fingers of one hand. But you will have many people in my life. And I've, made acquaintances, through my life, through school and all of that. I know many people. Before I came on TV, I'm walking on the street and I recognize a lot of people. Right. But they are all acquaintances. People that we're only meeting outside. They don't know my house.
Yes.
So me and your friend, I've been to your room.
You see, the people who come to my room here, you can call friends, but not all of them.
In quotes.
But I think the guy, I think the guy that got caught robbing was wrong in putting the responsibility on his friends.
No, but I think that I'll take if
he was probably in the wrong place.
Yeah, no. You can have friends that will push you into doing it. Like they would.
But the responsibility falls on you, though, regardless.
Yes.
It's up to you if you want to follow what they're trying to teach you.
You may not know when it will happen.
Thank you, Ify.
That's if you're a child.
It just happens like that. You find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. I know a woman who went to prison, at least for 3-4 months, because she was found in the wrong place at the wrong time. But maybe there was a reason why she had to go to prison. Because at the end of the day, that experience gave birth to what is now known as Aid for Women in Prison. She met women there who were there for...
Also innocent.
Very innocent, but they're just there and they had no one to stand in the gap for them. So as she stepped out, she started that movement and, started to reach out to women in prisons. I have a nasty experience with someone that I mentored over time. This was a young lady who was in school, always trying to reach out to me. I tried to put people off sometimes when I've looked at it and I wonder what it's going to be. But she was very persistent. And that was a quality that I loved in young people. So I brought her close. I allowed her cross my red line. We talk about licenses. She crossed the red line, became, entered my personal space. But I got a heavy stab in the back.
Whoa.
Because at some point, this person now started to infringe on the relationship in my family, trying to knock heads in my family.
Imagine.
It was that, we were so close that when I left Lagos to go manage a station in Port Harcourt, I handed my keys to this person. And I said to this person, okay, she said she didn't have a place to stay. To get a job, she got a job. She wanted to go to work from there. And I said, this is it, have it. I was sleeping in Port Harcourt and got a call. My neighbors downstairs, because I stayed somewhere 3 stories, they were calling me, Madam, there is water from your flat. Only for me to call this person, what's happening? There's water in someone else's flat and it's coming from my place. And what I heard was, oh, auntie, maybe I forgot. I didn't close the tap. So everywhere was flooded. You know, so what I'm trying to say is you let people close
and they can just
they find a way to hit you.
Of course.
And that's it.
Nima is someone, I know we were discussing this, funny enough, yesterday, that I'm a lone ranger. And they were in the makeup room, they were like, she doesn't have any friend. and Nima was talking about how she's had friends from childhood.
Yes, I have.
What's your opinion concerning this robber caught saying that not friends, it was bad friends? What's your opinion on the influences friends have on you?
I've always had friends, but I think I'm always someone who had a mind of her own. So you could call me a lone ranger, kind of one man mopo. I used to like that title, one man mopo, because I had friends who I felt I was the one leading, that kind of thing.
Oh, you felt like the leader?
I felt like the leader. And my friends used to fall in line with what I did because
we know you.
I would be emphatic about, you know, that
or you were bullying them. Or you were bullying them.
She bullies us into line. If you don't fall in line, you know, that kind of thing. But I have been someone who have had a few trials, and it has made me know
those that are
who are true. So I see friends like clothes, clothes materials. After a while in life just happens, and you know they don't suit you anymore.
Yes.
Those that really suit you, that you know are your
like
style fits, they will be there forever. You know, they might not necessarily be there 100%, but you can make excuses for them because you know that's not their life. Because you've known them, you've seen them do things that you least expected, and then when they fall short of your expectations, sometimes you can make excuses and say maybe something is going on in her life.
Very true.
You know, those are the kind of
you mentioned that you have a strong mind, and not everybody is like you.
Very true.
For me, the role of subtle influence, where you don't even know that you are changed already.
Okay.
I shop more. I realized I did like an audit of my expenses in the past 3 months, and I realized that I shop more. Now, the Tokwe of 3 years ago, my savings was, I had savings like crazy. I won't spend, I won't buy a shoe, I won't buy anything.
So a friend is making you shop?
It's not a friend. I will call their names. They are here. Do you understand? It's Jumoke and YK. It's subtle. It's not because they are saying anything. It's because I just admire that they look good.
These are things you need.
No. But I admire that they look good, and I say, oh, Tokwe, you have the money, it won't cost you anything. Just buy one more pair of shoes. Just squeeze yourself and do this. But my natural person would rather save money for investment than spend on clothes. For me, those are frivolous.
Okay,
but I mean, so you don't know when it happens to you. You don't know when it happens to you. You don't know that you're already spending more money. Jennifer, this happens.
Though. I get that, but it still falls on you.
And I'm a strong character.
These 2 names you just mentioned are also my friends. They actually take me shopping, and once you point at the bag and it's not within the budget, I am not buying.
So you see,
it's about having your.
So you don't even take me shopping. But it's psychological. What I'm saying is, they take you shopping. You can't afford it. I had the money, but I was spending on other things, or I'll save it. What I'm saying is, in your mind, you realize that you have lesser. You're not as aggressive towards, like, you have a very good friend. Let's say there was a story on, I listened to the radio, and they said a man met a guy, a female friend, and they became really close. And he had no idea that she smokes. And one day he was like, so you never saw me smoking? Like, I literally smoke every day. Maybe
were they dating?
They were dating.
Did they ever kiss?
No. They were just, as in, they were friends, they were trying to get, but he's really already in love with her. I realized that she smokes. And because she was already hooked in terms of the value she was bringing into his life.
Yes.
And he doesn't even drink. She doesn't drink, but she smokes. He realized that he started giving excuses because he likes her. So it's subtle. you realize that you start giving, you start accepting that, well, it's not a big deal. She's a nice person. It's just that she smokes. That is the way you would date an armed robber.
Killer.
I'm not no.
Influence of friends. Subtle. We have a call. Quickly, let me just say Kowolabi. So what's your opinion on friendship?
Every time caller.
Your topic this morning is very interesting. And this is my personal life. I don't have friends. Like, I think it's like upbringing. Like my father always said that.
Don't be your friend, and I'll tell you who you are.
I don't have do or die friend. If you see, you're my friend. If you don't see, you're not my friend anymore. Not just like, okay, I must see this person every day. This is a bad influence to our society. This is a bad influence to your life as well. So you just have to like know what is good for you at the right time. Many people can give you advice, friends can give you advice. It's now late for you to take the one that best suits you, that best suits your situation at that moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Wolabi. Jumoke was going to say, okay, you want to
I wanted to say something that, you know, we all know in our minds, like my Quran says that Allah has put in us the criterion to know what is wrong and what is right. You don't need friends to tell you what your upbringing tells you, the things that you can or cannot do. That's one. So your pressure to meet someone's own standard is what makes you not confident in yourself. Absolutely. Now, we are social animals. There's no way you can exist without friends. I have a major therapy that when I'm bored, when I'm stressed and worried, the closest person to me,
Nima, we are recipients. you will download.
Just download, ease out, and then you drive off. You're fine. So you need friends. You just need them. I don't want to agree with Olabi that we don't need friends.
But what's the line?
Do you know there are sometimes be able to define yourself first? To be able to define what you would call a friend.
I agree with
and it doesn't matter whether that person is giving you 100%, person is giving you money. That's not a friend. You might be the one that necessarily has to be there for that person first to end that friendship, to to establish that friendship.
Okay, I know that we're going on a break, right? So before we run off, in defense of myself, there's something called retail therapy.
For you.
If you can afford it, it's even best for you. That you go shopping, window shopping, and all the stress that you have been carrying about, and that is why when somebody like the Alaja beside me downloads her own problem, you also drag her window shopping.
We'll continue this conversation after the break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. We went to the street to ask viewers their opinion on keeping friends. Watch this clip.
At one point in one's life, one will know that you need friends, so you need people to help you to grow. People to just draw you up, or people to assist you in some of the things you do. Yeah, but at the same time, one should also be careful, because tell me your friends, and I will tell you who you are. Yeah, though in some cases, in few cases, it doesn't work that way. You might work with few persons, you might work with bad people, and you might not even end up being bad. It all boils down to your person. It all boils down to your own character or how you were brought up and everything,
We can't live in isolation. We cannot live in isolation. You need friends. I mean, for sometimes, maybe during times of trial, it will console you. You need friends in order to share your views. Maybe, they normally say the problem shared is problem solved. Definitely you need friends. You understand? Then you have to define the type of friends you want to keep. You understand? There are professional friends. Maybe you are working together. Then there are, friendship from childhood. You understand? Which is more trustworthy than the one maybe you are just meeting suddenly. And, as a person, there must be a limit to the confidence you can repose in your friends. You can't just open up 100% to a friend, you understand? If you have about 100% thoughts in your mind, give a friend about 50, then keep the 50 with you understand?
I don't like keeping friends. I've had so many experiences with friends, so the best thing is to be on your own. The friend you can have is either your siblings, your relative, but people outside, you can't really judge. You only get something good from them when they benefit from you. So, in my own opinion, I'll prefer staying alone than keeping friends.
Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. some friends are bound to influence you in a good way, while some are bound to influence you in a bad way. So if you keep a bad set of friends, you're bound to go astray.
Most friends, they influence people, they lead people to a wrong places which they will find themselves regretting later. So it's not really good to keep friends.
Friends are actually quite important in all our lives, actually. But in as much as they are very important, they can also be very dangerous. So whichever friends you're keeping, I think you need to be careful. It's good to keep friends, not a lot of circle. Your friends must be able to impact you positively. Your friends must be able to be there for you whenever you need them. Your friends must have your back. I think that's the general conception of what friendship should really be.
Okay, so I agree with one of the gentlemen in the video who said that we need friends. And honestly, because, you know, you go through rough patches in life, and life is about ups and downs. You have to get to a level where you know who you are in God to the extent that those ups and downs do not affect you and make your life up and down. You know, you can actually just keep calm when it is rough, you know, because you know it will pass, you know.
But what's your opinion? Somebody mentioned that you show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. I saw you nodding your head in agreement.
That is 100% true. It's because, true. May I tell you, yes, except that person is just your acquaintance. The example you gave of your friends in school. I had friends in school also who, when they started to do wrongs, because I knew that wasn't me, they were still my friends in code, but we weren't close. You can't be close to somebody. Your boss will say, what they going everywhere together, they're doing something you do not agree with. You cannot be called friends.
So
you
can't be close. But I thought they were my friends.
So the thing is, they may be your acquaintance. For instance, you work together in an environment, you go to lunch together, you say one or two things about yourself to somebody, doesn't make them your friend. No, your friend is that person who knows everything about you.
But I don't have any friend who knows everything about me.
Well, maybe not everything.
We have a call though. Let me just take this phone call. We'll come back to Ify.
I'm a first-time caller from Biu, Borno State.
Borno State. Biu, Borno.
Wow. And happens to be, Nima is my... I'm a fan of Nima.
Thank you. Nima is your friend.
Congratulations. Normally used to be in the studio. In terms of keeping friends, let me tell you, because of you in the studio, you people impacted a lot of lifestyle to me, because I would normally used to watch the program on daily basis, except Saturday and Sunday. And believe me, keeping friends, if care is not taken, then it is going to lead you into a very bad situation, a situation of the guy that involved in a robbery. You have to watch and know who you're going to run around town with. Because if you don't make inquiries, you end up being in the bushes.
Very true.
So that's my take. And believe me, I normally used to watch the program on daily basis.
Nice. Thank you, Yusuf. Ify mentioned while we were watching the clip that she went through something and some people had her back. So what's the place of friends that you don't know are your friends, or you didn't think they're your friends, but defend you in a way that even your friends, when your friends
those
don't
are
have
just
your
good
back.
people. They don't necessarily have to be your friend. I may hear bad things about you, but because I'm a good person, I'll defend you. Doesn't make me her friend. You know.
Okay, I wanted to quickly make say something that happened in my life. When I was on the bed rest, certain family members didn't show up. So it was the usual suspects: my dad, my mom, my husband. My dad, my mom, my husband. The usual suspects. And I kept, I would just sit sometimes on bed, with long hours, thinking that, isn't that strange? There was this particular friend, two of my friends, in fact. Blessing is in the UK. She's been in the UK forever since she got married. But she made sure that I never felt alone in the hospital. There was this one all the way from Magodo here to Amuodofi. I didn't believe it. And the second time she came, I was like, where did you put your children? Because, those were my concerns.
She was committed to you.
She just said, she had an accident and I reached out first. So once she was feeling much better, even when she was still with the, the bandage and she just felt, if it was Nima, I'm sure she would come because, she reached out. And she kept coming to the point that we renewed what we had as children.
Came back.
We renewed it as adults. Important sometimes. It's not those friends that you do the wale. that are majorly your
So,
friends.
but here is
those
my...
ones who have built that friendship to the point of sisterhood with you. Sometimes that you know that no matter what happens, even if they are not there right now, so they have
That's where I find myself. I have people that I don't see every time. And I'm not the phone call person. But I always tell them when I see them that you trust me. If you need me, call me, I'll be there. And when we see, we would discuss, download all that has happened to us in the past few years. And I think people should give leeway for those kind of friends.
No, I think the foundation has already been set for those kind of people.
Yeah.
If I met you today, that wouldn't apply. Yeah. But because there's a history and you guys have been down for each other,
so
then you're like,
Nima was not saying that childhood friends are your best friends. What's your opinion on that?
I agree.
Childhood friends?
Yes,
sometimes.
From like secondary school days together.
Yes, because I have a childhood friend who went to primary school
when you were
together.
Nobody.
And everything. She got married recently.
They didn't even know who I was.
She got married last Saturday. I had to be somewhere. But Titi is someone. If something is happening to me today, Titi will be there.
She'll drop everything.
But I had already packaged, put that training together. I had to go for that training. And when I said to her, Titi, I won't be able to come. She just said, Ify, that's fine. You know.
So she understood. Welcome to the show and calling us all the way from Warri.
I'm just telling you.
You have to. Do your friend
Welcome to the show and what's your opinion on friendship?
Hello.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Go
ahead.
Okay. I'm calling from Warri.
Yes. Warri, no, they carry less.
Okay. What I want to say is that your personality determines the friends that you have.
Straight up.
Your personality determines the friends that you have. If you are a quiet person, you're going to have friends that are quiet. And also, the saying that says that
not really.
Show me your friend, I'll tell you is not correct.
Absolutely.
It's not correct at all.
Oh, sorry.
May I defend that show me your friend thing, right? So, for instance, if you are a married woman and you know that your friend, that you they go everywhere together, also a married woman sleeps with married men, and it does not phase
it has
you,
nothing to do
and
with
you are okay with it, and you still go to the same parties, you're going everywhere, then I would think that you are just waiting for your own opportunity to do the same thing.
No,
because
I agree.
Look, you can be acquaintances in that. For instance, if that married friend of yours is your colleague at work and you just sit together
every day
because of work, not that we're partying together, not that she's staying in my house and I'm leaving her with my husband.
Jennifer,
no.
Is it possible for you to have that kind of friend and they will not influence you and you will be friends with that person?
Very possible. I'll probably influence them and change them. Listen to this.
Okay.
Because
you must be strong to be able to do that.
I would like to think so. Look, I think that they're just making a poor decision in that thing that they're doing. Exactly. Me not being their friend anymore because of that. What sort of friend does that make me? Why would I just bail up on them just because they're, you see what I'm saying? So I disagree with that.
No, Jennifer.
Now that you talked about married women,
you know I was even going to go at, right? If your friend makes a bad decision, your friend is your friend. I'm just saying that somebody's personality, this is who they are. If you are in that person and you do not agree with that personality, you can never be friends with that person. It's a different thing if my friend makes a mistake and I'm standing by them.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Shitu.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Please go ahead.
Okay, actually, on the issue of keeping friends, actually, I assume that the more friends you kept, and the more your secret is going to be leaked.
That's right. That's true.
That's true. Can you just keep your secret to yourself? Don't tell anybody anything.
Let your secret is covered. So, in my opinion, that you keep less friends.
Very cute. Yeah, but sometimes you need to onboard him.
But that's
so what he's saying is that you don't have so many people you're onboarding.
You need to find one person that you can
advise you.
The example that
they can advise
you. Show me your friend and I'll tell you you are, because the caller said she disagreed and I disagree as well. That's why I wanted to answer Jumoke that sometimes your family members, those who you are keen with, grow up and they change.
Yes.
You have friends who change. It doesn't necessarily, take out who they were as your friends. So now they've changed. What I would not understand is when the person is not remorseful. For instance, I had a friend who has, you know, committed a certain sacrilege, you know, something that is a sin.
Sacrilegious.
According to my religion. Do you understand? I would expect that because you know, or I think you're the person I think you are, you're remorseful, you're sorry, you would never do it again.
I have a contradictory opinion, but let's take this phone call. Usman, welcome to the show. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. I want to make my contribution based on the friends issue. Yeah, morning. You see, sometimes, yeah, based on the friendship issue of a thing, sometimes your friends can actually influence you.
That's right. They do.
But sometimes it depends on your own kind of personality. Because let me give you an instance now. You could hang out with friends that smoke, but you don't smoke. It's your personality. And no matter how they smoke it, it doesn't influence. But the main aim of your friendship is what you keep.
Okay.
So that is just it. So sometimes these friends of a thing, yeah, peer group influence, all other influences can influence things, but not on someone who has a specific personality and he maintains that. So that's just my contribution.
Thank you, Usman. We'll be going on a short break, but when we come back, we'll talk about how to set the boundaries so that we're giving advice to people that are going through issues with friendship or thinking, let me not have any friend. Let's share advice on how we have been able to manage our friendship and how you advise somebody to do that.
Running off, right? I was going to use a smoking example. I have a lot of friends who smoke, and I had to be around them because of work. Guess what? I had to move away because I hate the smell of smoke.
You became a passive smoker,
and I hated it.
I'm down for
I had to move away.
I'm down for that.
Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back to the show. So I know a lot of you have been tweeting and dropping comments. Jumoke and Nima will read some tweets before we now take Jennifer's comments.
Adisa says, childhood friends or new friends, we need to be careful of the type of friends we keep, but we all need a friend. Josie K says, the truth is, friends I need are friends to be avoided. Ray says, keeping many friends makes you prone to bad company and moral decadence, which might be harmful to one's life. Latif Akonde says, I have different kinds of friends for different purposes. Ogumba just says, friends are to help each other and not against themselves, especially in Nigeria where friends are against themselves. And the last one, Olawale says, even a nuclear family member can fail you. Not all friends are bad. It boils down to who you really are.
Absolutely.
That's right. One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood. Sharafadin Adesoya says, having good friends having friends is good. Before having one, try to know who they are. Good friends influence you to goodness. Olawale says, but a friend can't actually make you do what you don't want to do. Why couldn't you influence them out of doing bad things?
Okay.
More tweets. Adekunle says, I have many friends, but don't keep many. The ones I keep close contact with are the ones that share same ideology with me. Mark says, friends influence you is always like it just happens, but you are always responsible for the chain reaction. Choose your friend. Ray again says, too much of everything is bad. It's good to keep friends, but too much of it is bad. Ramco says, identify positive friends and keep them. Do away with the negative ones.
So Jennifer,
the last one, Raphael Obadino says, I have 4 friends. Filtered out of 25 friends.
You have a number.
When I was down. Just 4.
Jennifer, you're going to talk about loyalty.
Yes, I feel that to call somebody a friend, they have to be loyal. For me, it's very important because I pride myself in being a good friend. Like, I don't know one person that would, I mean, unless they're lying to me, that would say Jennifer wouldn't be there for me if I needed her. And that's why I'm very, I guess, unforgiving. I don't give second chances, whether it's my husband or any friend. If you don't show up, you are not a friend.
Are you
because
a
I will show up for you. I'm dead serious. And that's something I want to change about
myself.
myself.
Do you go to church?
She wants to change. She wants to work on it.
I want to change it because it's just like that mafia thing. There is no second chance. If you cross me the first time, it's over. Good night.
Welcome to the show, Veronica.
Hello, good morning.
I'm afraid of you.
I'm a first-time caller.
Yay!
Yeah, for me, I believe friendship. For you to call someone your friend, you guys have gone through the test of time. You guys be able to have seen your good side and bad side. You know, you can't just see someone and just call the person your friend. There's a difference between an acquaintance, a colleague, a family member, and a friend.
God bless you.
But the fact you hang out with your colleague does not make him or she your friend.
God bless you.
You guys are just colleagues.
That's all.
Okay, I feel like you're talking to me.
That you don't even know where they reside. You don't know their likes and dislikes. Then why call them your friends? Let's try to differentiate acquaintances, cliques, and friends.
Thank you, Veronica.
So, I'm not a friends person. I'm very emotional. I get hurt easily, and it can damage my senses. So I
you try
stay
to
away.
guard yourself.
I stay away from
the way Jumoke has been talking about this colleague, not friend. I feel personally
like she's attacking you.
I feel that
me too now.
You
not just colleague.
Y'all can be forceful, yeah. I'm very introverted. I take my friends in small doses, right?
Okay.
So just give me time. When I'm ready, I'll come out.
Very naughty girl.
I wanted to ask Ify about time, because she mentioned something that our last caller, Veronica, said that you need to spend time with somebody before you say that person is your friend. We discussed that also yesterday, saying that you have people from childhood and somebody you just met. What's your opinion on the timing? Maybe you just met somebody and you just click with that person.
It's possible now.
That you click with someone doesn't mean you need to open up yourself immediately. She just talked about herself as being too emotional. I'm not an emotional person.
Me neither.
Everyone who has worked with me or who has known me from childhood, I remove emotions in whatever I do. So when I'm looking at you, I'm dealing with you based on the situation.
Absolutely.
That's who I am. My husband is finding it difficult to relate to that. And I say to him, this is who I am. If you say that you love me, you try to understand. I am not an emotional person, but you need to know someone before you can actually call them your friend.
Oh, Yemi, welcome to the show. So what's your opinion on friendship?
Yeah, I love you ladies.
Thank you.
We love you too.
Every day before I go out.
Oh.
So I want to contribute to the topic. Good morning, please.
Good morning.
I always watch your program every day. I love you ladies. Yeah. I want to contribute to the program. It's good to have friends, but make sure you keep friends with wisdom. Keep friends with wisdom. Hello?
We can
hear you.
With wisdom.
We can hear Owoyemi.
All right, thank you, Owoyemi.
I was going to talk about influence. Now, you see, there are some people, I know who Nima is, right? That, oh, she's this Muslim lady, she's holier than thou, she's all righteous, holier than thou, you know. So if I want to get her to do something, I won't come right at her with it. No. I'll be subtle. So that's how friends who get into armed robbery, your friend is not going to tell you that he's an armed robber. You're going to just run away because of fear. So what he starts with is subtly taking you out, spending money on you, buying you the good things of life. You gradually start to, you know, feel comfortable. And then one day he says, let's go somewhere. You find yourself in an armed robbery scene. Yes. You are an accomplice already. So you can't back out. So you must be very careful. Friends are influential. So if you're spending a lot of time with somebody and you don't really know who they are,
how do you
need to be careful. Honestly, you cannot totally know who someone is. People are able to hide themselves, especially when they know who you are. If you look at Jesus in the Bible, he never judged anyone. And he was friends with sinners, but they knew who he was and what he stood for. And so they would align around him.
So I guess
we'll take the last call for today. Alaji Subar from Alimosho. Good morning, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, Jumoke, keep it up with your brilliancy. We appreciate you and everybody else there.
Thank you.
The issue I want to talk about, friends, is that you remember when everybody is small. If your children move up from the parents, the next thing the parent will talk about is that go and look at him at Mr. Lagbaja's house. And who is that Mr. Lagbaja? Is that your friend? So friend is part of is a key as far as life is concerned. So, but the paramount issue is that somebody must be very careful about friendship. You see, there's no way you can be isolated. Look at life. If you want to do marriage for your children, you need somebody behind you. If you want to do anything in your life, you need somebody behind you. But the key is that carefulness and wisdom is necessary for everything in life.
It is. It is.
I want to agree with the first caller, Yemi, and Mr. Alaji Subari now, that the first thing is that you know yourself, and then you can relate with anybody with wisdom. Yes. That you will not need friends is not the issue. Even with in-laws, even with sisters, your siblings that you grew up together, the moment everybody marries and goes away, they make different, everybody becomes their own person. But because you're wise, you cannot know your friend. You cannot, even if you spend 10 years with your husband, 30, 40 years, some people are still shocked at what their spouses are doing. That's right. But because you know yourself, you can determine what, how to relate and how your friends can influence you.
It's true. Yeah. Before we run off, I would like your opinion on one. You've already said that you don't forgive easily. You're working on that part. I wish you success. Amen. What's your opinion on when friends hurt you and you realize that maybe they're remorseful, they've already apologized that I didn't plan to do this, it's happened?
Don't forgive them. Run.
Run.
No. Don't do it again.
Stay away. I try as much as I can. I tell you exactly what it is you've done wrong. I forgive you. Yeah, but I will not forget.
Yes.
Try.
They are never coming close.
Yes, forgive them so that you don't get another opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. That's what I meant. Maybe I used a different word.
Okay, may I read a few tweets as we run off? Josie K says the most important thing is let's just be careful of who we gather with. Actually, I have 3 friends. One is a dummy, the second one is stingy, the other likes women, but I love all of them. You see? Oluwashina says it's good to keep friends. They bring the best in you, but you need to differentiate bad from good ones.
Oh my goodness, we're out of time.
Sean says a friend is a person whose company one enjoys towards one and one feels affection towards. So good or bad friends are friends.
Fantastic. There's a common saying that if you want to be like an eagle, you stay around eagles. You either fly with the eagles or you fly with turkeys. And if you stay with turkeys, you're down on the floor. If you go with eagles, you fly against the wind. And I think that we should be conscious of that when you're around your friends. Take a note of people around you. If they are pushing you up, good. Or you push them also. But ensure that you know yourself, which Nima emphasized. Keep your friends with wisdom and know what you're sharing with them.
That's right.
Just don't share anything.
So, but there's one thing.
Share everything.
Oreoluwa Samiat says, you either influence your friends or they influence you. Either way, someone should be impacted positively.
Absolutely.
Good. And on that note, we'll be wrapping up today's show. And if your kids haven't registered for OSFI board game tournament yet, I don't think it's too late because I think they're starting about now. So you can get to Shiba Center and register your kids to enjoy the gifts they could win from the board game tournament. It is by UA. Let's show our love and support. Pray for her. That's all we can take. Bye-bye.